Hey man, I'm feeling irie man. Hey, how's going? It's Mick here from Rock Ape Records. I am the Ape. I am Mick. Upstairs 175 Sturt Street in Townsville City. www.rockaperecords.com is the website with the web store attached. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we're here on YouTube too. And today I'm doing a reggae section special. Basically, I'm going to show you all the reggae records in Rock Ape Records at the moment. I've got a decent pile, about that many brand new vinyl, so it's all reissued stuff. And I've got a decent stack of secondhand original vinyl too for sale in the shop. And reggae is such an important genre of music, so it's about time I showed you what reggae records we've got. I love reggae. So I grew up with reggae, just songs like Parts the Dutchie and Dreadlock Holiday by 10cc and stuff like that when I was a kid. There was always a reggae sort of vibe in the back. It always resonated with me. I was like, what is this stuff? But it wasn't until I was about 15 years old. And my uncle, who's Māori, he's from New Zealand. He came up on holidays when I was 15 years old to Brisbane with my cousins. And he was seeing what I was listening to. I was listening to bloody Guns N' Roses and crap at the time. He goes, hey, boy, listen to this. And he gave me Bob Marley Legend on cassette. And I reckon that summer I played that cassette at least 100 times. I had it on every single day. I fell in love with it and fell in love with Bob Marley. And then onwards and upwards fell in love with the genre. And I've been listening to reggae ever since. So I'm going to show you all the reggae albums. Here we go. This is the best of Peter Tosh, obviously from the Wailers, 1978 to 1987. This is a double gatefold vinyl. I want this myself. I don't even have this. It's got Bush Doctor on it. Gotta Walk, Don't Look Back, which is a song he did with Mick Jagger from the Stones famously. Equal Rights, Down Presser, Johnny Be Good, Not Gonna Give It Up. He does a version of Get Up, Stand Up. So, love Peter Tosh. Unfortunately, he died in a robbery gone wrong or something in Jamaica. Shock. Jamaica's an absolute shithole. But, hey, it's bought the best music, I love reggae music, comes from Jamaica. So unfortunately the crime in Jamaica just takes a lot of lives every year, and Peter Tosh was one of them, unfortunately. This is his biggest selling album, Legalize It, and it's got the song Legalize on it. My favorite Peter Tosh song's on this, called Burial. This is a double. Is it a double? No, it's just single. It's just really thick and heavy. It's a single 180 gram. It's gatefold. So yeah, great record, very popular. This is Catch a Fire Revival from New Zealand, these guys are. So that's the thing, like I said, my uncle's Māori. He's right into reggae. Shout out to you, Uncle Muhi, down in Canberra. I hope you're doing well, mate. And all my whānau down there. These guys are Kiwis, Catch a Fire. They're fucking huge in New Zealand. And they actually toured Australia last year, I think, and they did come to Townsville. I wasn't actually able to go and see them. Might have been about 2 years ago. But yeah, they're really big in New Zealand, and obviously there's Kiwis living here in Townsville too, so come and get it. Catch a fire, bro. What else we got here? This is Nisi. I can't even pronounce it. God. Yobiani, Baby Ya, and the Band of Enlightenment, Reason, and Love. That's pretty cool. This is proper Jamaican reggae, this is. So, yeah, Yabarami and Baby Ya. I'm going to have to give that a listen. I reckon it'll be pretty cool. So these are all brand new. These are reissues. So this is African Herbsman by Bob Marley and the Wailers. So there's going to be a lot of Bob Marley in here, obviously. This is African Herbsman. It's got Lively Up Yourself, Small Axe, Duppy Conqueror, Trenchtown Rock. Holy shit. Good album, that one. Boom, boom. This is an old one here. This is the rare Scar side, so it's called Destiny. This is really old Bob Marley and the Wailers. So yeah, they were like Scar and Dub and stuff like that before they, when you listen to this early stuff, you're like, oh, okay, so this is what ended up being traditional big band reggae stuff. So pretty raw, this stuff. Look how young Bob Marley is there. My God. But if you're into reggae and you want to collect that stuff, that's cool. There's Bob Marley and the Wailers live at the Record Plant 73. In 1973, the year I was born, Bob Marley was rocking it live. And here is the album that got me kicked off into that world, and probably a lot of other people. This would be the biggest selling reggae album of all time, Legend by Bob Marley, his greatest hits. There's Legend Part 2 as well. It's actually really hard to get. I'm lucky enough to have a copy, but I wish they'd reissue Natural Mystic, which is Legend Part 2, but this one here still sells big time. What's it got on it? Is This Love? No Woman, No Cry. Could You Be Love? Three Little Birds. Buffalo Soldier. Waiting in Vain. Redemption Song. My God, Exodus. Jammin'. Such a great, iconic album. It's, you know, one of the greatest albums of all time. Legend by Bob Marley. Get amongst it. I think these guys are from New Zealand as well. I could be wrong. They're called 10-Foot Ganja Plant. And it's called Skycatcher, this album. They may not be from New Zealand. I'm just trying. Oh, no, it says here Brooklyn. So they might be American. 10-Foot Ganja Plant with Skycatcher. Maybe I'm thinking of 8-Foot Sativa. They're from New Zealand. So 10-Foot Ganja Plant. Nice. Peter Tosh. No Nuclear War, this is called. So this is a reissue as well. Brand new. Nice. From Music on Vinyl. Oh, what the hell is that doing in there? Michael Jackson Off the Wall. He snuck in there. That should not be in there. But yeah, that's what happens when people come into the shop, pull records out, show their mates, and just stuff them back wherever. So Michael Jackson will be going back to the picture disc section, which is near the reggae section. Peter Tosh, Equal Rights. So please don't come in the shop and mix everything up. Looking's free, but I guess. So it happens. I understand. I'm always going through the records and moving stuff back to where it's supposed to be. Or when people hide stuff, they're like, oh, hide it up the back and I'll get it next week. I better not catch you doing that. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Survival. So now we're into the... I'll put this Michael Jackson over here. He just does not belong in here. These are now the second-hand records. So these are all originals. So this is an original 1979 Bob Marley and the Wailers, Survival. Fuck me, what a great album. Great album. So... Top Rankin, Ambush in the Night, Babylon System, Africa Unite, Zimbabwe, One Drop. Great songs on that one. Survival's one of his biggest albums. And if you haven't seen that Bob Marley movie that they did last year, check it out. It's pretty bloody good. It's just a snapshot of his life, making some albums and stuff. And it's a great record. And it shows him the trouble he got into in Jamaica. He got shot too. Seems like everyone in Jamaica gets shot. So this is his son, Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers. This is a great album. This is Conscious Party by Ziggy Marley. I love Ziggy Marley as well. I've been a big fan of Ziggy Marley for a long time as well, so I've got most of his albums. This is Rebel Music by Bob Marley and the Wailers. It's a compilation. It's just got lots of great songs on it. So Much Trouble in the World, Rat Race, Roots, Slave Driver, Ride Natty Ride. Some of the more obscure songs from Bob Marley are on this one. So that's a pretty cool collectible. Bob Marley, Chances Are. This looks like it's a, what is this? 1981 Australian. So these compilations, obviously they were just cashing in. Who knows what it's. Mellow Mood, Stay With Me, I'm Hurting Inside, Chances Are, Soul Rebel. Pretty cool songs anyway. Most of these are going to be Bob Marley, by the way, but there are other artists on here. This is the Bob Marley Memorial album. When did this come out? New Zealand, 1981. So he's that big in New Zealand. You know, they've brought a memorial album out after he died in New Zealand. So that's the thing, you know. New Zealand, Indonesia, you go to Bali, you go anywhere in Indonesia, reggae is just massive over there. All the third world countries in the world, all through Africa and all that. Reggae is the biggest genre of music. And the UK as well, it's massive there. And the UK is pretty much a third world country these days too. So go figure. Okay, Bob Marley and the Wailers, Confrontation. This is one of my favourite albums. This came out after he died. It's like posthumous, but it's a great album. It's got Chant Down Babylon, Jump Nyabinga, Black Man Redemption, Stiff Necked Fools. I've always talked about getting that tattooed on me, and I just might one day. I love it. It's like Bob Marley. It's like St. George fighting the dragon, but it's Bob Marley fighting the dragon. Rasta Revolution by Bob Marley and the Wailers. So these are all compilations. There's a million compilations. Here's another one. This is 1985. It's Australian. Bob Marley and the Wailers. So I used to buy all these on CD, and you'd get all these odd, weird songs and old songs. Here's another compilation here, Shakedown by Bob Marley and the Wailers. This is an official one. This was actually really big. This is Bob Marley and the Wailers live. And I know it's live from in 1973 this came out, I'm pretty sure. 1975. And this is actually a Jamaican pressing. How cool is that? And it's got Trenchtown Rock, Dem Belly Full, Lively Up Yourself, No Woman No Cry. His live shows were just huge, and they would have been a real spiritual experience too, because I can guarantee everyone would have been smoking a lot of weed at his concerts. Imagine seeing Bob Marley live. But yeah, in Europe, and he was massive in Holland as well, all through continental Europe. He made it really big, and also in America too. Natty Dread, great album. This is an original 1974 UK pressing, and it's worth a little bit of money because it's in mint condition, this one. Beautiful. Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers with Jamaica. Jamaica. Very nice, chilled music stuff. This is cool. This is by a band called The Herbs from New Zealand, as you can see, Aotearoa, and that's some tiki there. And the Herbs are just, household names in New Zealand. Dave Dobbin and the Herbs, they did bloody Slice of Heaven, that song, or Foot Rock Flats. Every Kiwi knows who the Herbs are. So this is pretty cool. This is called Long Ago, this album, and it's an original. It's a 1984 New Zealand copy, and it's worth a bit of money too, this one. So any of you cuzzy bros out there, you want to come get it? Come get it. The Herbs, Long Ago. This is Peter Tosh. It's called The Toughest Peter Tosh. It's the selection, so it looks like it's a greatest hits compilation by Peter Tosh. Nice. Crystal Ball, Mystic Man, Bush Doctor, Johnny Be Good, Downpresser Man. Love it. Love Peter Tosh. I actually, sometimes, if I'm in the mood, it's like a big call here, but I sometimes like Peter Tosh's voice even more than Bob Marley's. I just love this dude's voice. He's got such a great voice. So there's an original Australian copy of Legalise It. Peter Tosh captured live. Boom, boom. This is a sample record and not for sale. So I don't know where it was recorded live. It doesn't say here. So I can't tell you. Peter Tosh, Gotta Walk, Don't Look Back. That's the song that he did from the album Bush Doctor on Rolling Stones records and tapes. So yeah, the Rolling Stones really championed Peter Tosh. He was good friends with Mick Jagger. So, and that's actually Mick Jagger on the cover there with him singing. Gonna Walk, Don't Look Back. Peter Tosh, Mama Africa. This is a great album too. Glasshouse, Not Gonna Give It Up, Stop That Train, Where You Gonna Run, Peace Treaty, Magadog. Beautiful. Peter Tosh. I got 2 copies. Look at that. Come and get one. They are original. They're both original 1983 Australian copies. Another copy here, an Australian copy of Equal Rights. Boom, boom. Another Greatest Hits. This is a UK 1988. Peter Tosh Greatest Hits. Bunny Wailer. This is a Jamaican 1981 press. So this is from Jamaica. It's called Tribute. Bunny Wailer. And it's a tribute to the late Honourable Robert Nesta Marley, OM, which is, I forget what OM means. Order of something. It's definitely, so this is pretty cool. This is actually made in Jamaica. It's got all the King Solomon stuff there and all that mystical Rastafari stuff. Bunny Wailer. Protest. Okay. Bunny Wailer Protest. So obviously another member of the Wailers. And I think he recently died too. I don't think there's any Wailers left. Bunny Wailer live. Nice. What is this? Pax Nicholas and the Nettie family. Wow. This is looking like it was handmade in Jamaica. This is a US reissue, 2009. It looks pretty natty, that does. My God. What's this? This is a single. Bob Marley and the Wailers. War, No More Trouble, and Exodus. It's a 12-inch single of Bob Marley. This one's The Wailers. It's a German copy. German compilation just called The Wailers. Small Axe, Midnight Ravers, Stop That Train, Rastaman Chant. So yeah, it's on Island Records, so it's official. This one's Japanese, and it's Foul Play by Dennis Brown. Pretty cool. I don't know too much about Dennis Brown, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to profess that I do. I should play that, actually. I will. I'll keep it to the side, and I'll play it, so then I will know who Dennis Brown is. But yeah, that looks nice, that record, a Japanese copy. This is a copy of Burnin' by the Wailers. This is an original 1974 Australian copy, and it's in really good nick too. It's in beautiful condition. So there you go, Burnin' by the Wailers, 1974. Jimmy Cliff, nice. This is from 2017. This is the best of Jimmy Cliff. Nice. And it's an EU, so it's obviously done in Germany. This is just different. This is Working Class Hero by Judge Dredd. So it's a white dude from England, but he does reggae. Judge Dredd. Check it out. It just looks weird. I kind of want to keep it. It just looks so unique. So, wow. Dredd's Law, Big Nine, Granddad's Flannelette Nightshirt, What Kung Fu Dat, the big one, Big 8, Take Off Your Clothes. So, I don't know too much about this. I'm actually going to put that up there, and I'm going to play that as well. Strange Tenants, We Are Stronger. Boom, boom. Don't know too much about them either. It's on EMI. Jimmy Cliff, Hanging Fire by Jimmy Cliff. This is a promo, not for sale copy, so that's pretty cool. So there we go, a bit of Jimmy. Gregory Isaacs, I like this dude too. He's got a great voice. Red Rose for Gregory. Gregory Isaacs. Boom, boom. What's this? It doesn't have a year on it. I usually have the year on it. This dude was cool too. I remember he was pretty cool when I was in high school. Maxi Priest. So that's a cool album there. Combination by Maxi Priest. Like a bit of Maxi Priest. Gregory Isaacs again with Easy. Bit of smooth sounds. This dude's awesome. Killer on the Rampage by Eddie Grant. Check out that. Check out those clothes. How good's that? So this dude's obviously famous for doing the song Electric Avenue. Is that even on this? Yes, it is. The first song on this. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. And then we take it higher. Eddie Grant. Bob Marley and the Wailers. Rastaman Vibration. Yeah, positive. So this is a great album too. It's a reissue. 2001 reissue from Germany by the looks of it. So yeah. Massive in Holland. He's massive in Germany. Massive over there in Europe. This is a live bootleg of Bob Marley and the Wailers. That's pretty cool. Boom, boom. Don't even know what's on it. Live. What is it? The Trenchtown Experience. Live at the Quiet Nightclub, Chicago, June 1975. Wow. It's got Trenchtown Rock on it. Rebel music. I Shot the Sheriff. It goes for 12 minutes. So yeah, that's the thing about Bob Marley's live shows. I've seen plenty of them on DVD or VHS back in the day and all that. His live shows, they just do impromptu shit and just wing it. And yeah, it's really from the heart, that music. It's so good. Love it. And what's this one? Bob Marley and the Wailers, The Birth of a Legend. So this must be his old stuff. So yeah, they do a lot of compilations on him. And it's an Australian reissue. Okay, it doesn't say what year. Possibly up there with Confrontation is one of my favourite Bob Marley albums. I love this one, Uprising, such a good one. I've said it before, I've shown it before on my other videos. I love this album. It's got Coming In From the Cold on it, Redemption Song, Pimpus Paradise. It's just a Zion Train, really great album. So this is an original one. It's an original 1980 pressing, and it's got like a textured finish. So there we go. Not many to go now. We're getting through it. This is a good reggae section. This is a good long... If you like reggae music, you're going to be loving this. Bob Marley and the Wailers, The Capital Session, 1973. It's a 2 LP set on red and green vinyl. Nice. Eddie Grant, Can't Get Enough. Us. He was really big in the 80s, eh? Really catchy shit. Really good music, Eddie Grant. If you like your reggae, get some Eddie Grant up you. Another copy of Killer on the Rampage by Eddie Grant. Oh, got a bit of UB40 here. UB44, this one's called. UB44 by UB40. So, they're obviously an English band with a white lead singer. The rest of them are Jamaicans. There's a couple of white boys in this band, actually, but yeah. And best band name, because the UB40 was named after the doll form over there. So, and they're just huge, UB40. Very nice music. I remember always liking UB40. So what do we got here? Black Heart Man by Bunny Wailer. Wow, this looks pretty rare. Rare red, green, and yellow. It's a 2018 US pressing. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice. Bit of Bunny Wailer. And this is the last one of the reggae. It's a 1981 US reissue. When the right time come, I Need a Roof by the Mighty Diamonds. And they look like they do need a roof on this. So, very, very impoverished country, Jamaica. It's a bit of a shame about that. But all the reggae comes from Jamaica, and it's fucking awesome. But yeah, there's other artists from, Big Mountain, and there's a couple of Italian reggae dudes that are massive as well. I forget the name of him. But yeah, it's just a genre that's taken over the world. Still huge to this day. It's always going to be played in my house. I always love listening to reggae, so I hope you enjoyed that. They're all available. So basically all these records are available here at Rock Ape Records. So come check them out. And I hope you enjoyed that reggae special. And Rastaman live up, feel irie man. Thank you.